Oh, we're recording. You should do the intro.
This isn't my podcast. I mean, maybe.
I mean, you're the one recording it.
Yeah, whoever does the intro takes ownership of the podcast and then can do whatever they want with it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, technically you already are since you're recording. See, you are literally taking ownership of the file.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Season 2 of the Underrated Podcast. Season 1 was a very eventful season. Brett, I'm sure you remember everything about Season 1.
Season 1 was a trip. You know, it was an experience.
But we decided that Season 1 was kind of stale. Stale as in definitely happened. And we're ready for Season 2. More content, more guests, asterisk.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, we would normally have a third person on this podcast, but we don't really. I don't know who that would ever be. So the guy in the middle is in place for this episode of where our guest would normally go.
Yeah, he's actually the scribe for this episode.
Yeah,
He's writing down the words as we speak. And
he's doing subtitles.
There will be subtitles and documentation of everything that we say.
Closed captions.
This is not a court case. He needed some money.
He's very good at taking notes.
He's very good. Speaking of notes, what's possibly the topic for today, Brett?
Wow, so many ideas in our Discord that we came up with very recently, and we just had to really narrow it down to this one after a lot of tough decisions. We're gonna talk about a very hard topic that not a lot of people are addressing these days, in the YouTube space. It's something that you really see looked over a lot, and not a lot of YouTubers are addressing it. So we decided that we're gonna do it instead. Nintendo's lineup for next year.
Bam! Look at that.
Wow.
Posted by Nintendo themselves.
I know, right? Leaked. Actual information. So we're gonna go month by month and predict what the hell they're gonna do. Because predicting the unpredictable makes it predictable. Wait. Expecting the unexpected is... It's something like... Okay, January. What's gonna happen in January?
Arceus is set to
happening.
release January 11th. No. Oh, God.
It's January 28th, end of the month.
The 28th. Yep, I knew
I bet
that
you
one.
they'll do a Pokemon Presents, like, around that. Because isn't it still, like, the 25th anniversary year? They kicked that off last year. So it's currently happening. I bet you they'll do something around that.
Well, also the thing with the Pokemon releases is that they're not really doing, like, bulk announcements. They're throwing out tiny clips every now and then.
Yeah.
Like the other week, we got introduced to Hisuian Voltorb, just at a random video, and then 2 stop-motion videos after. So, it's not very consistent in how they're teasing this game. It's kind of just, here's a thing, which they tend to do a lot of.
I also heard someone say, I was watching on YouTube, that Detective Pikachu might show up. Apparently that's been in development for a while. I don't know if that's happening, though. Or anything about it. I just heard it mentioned.
I honestly don't see how that fits the lore, because this game is supposed to be really old in setting.
No, just as a separate game.
Oh, another Detective Pikachu title? Dear God, please no. They're awful.
I mean, I'd love another Detective Pikachu movie.
The movie, sure. Let's get another one of those.
Yeah. Sonic 2's coming out in April. I'm down for another Pikachu movie. Or video game movies. But we'll touch on the video game movie in specific later.
Yeah, that'll be episode 4.
That's not coming out until December. No, later this episode. Because December is...
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. February, I bet you there'll be a direct.
February tends to be directs, yes. February or late January, but...
Well, because we have 2 titles slated for the same day. Well, Pac-Man isn't really Nintendo, but Mario Rabbids is coming out on the 24th of March. And I feel like we don't have anything in February. There's nothing going to come out and be announced for February. Like, there's no way they announce something big and have it come out in February now. It's too late for that. But I could see them maybe Shadow Drop in something there. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe Advanced Wars. That's the game I was trying to think of earlier. That'd be cool. I know a lot of people are excited for that game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an old school Game Boy remade, and so it's the nostalgia hitting people.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I don't know.
personally, I've never played it. It looks decent.
I haven't played it either. I just saw it in the last direct. I was like, that's cool. But yeah, no, I don't. I'm sure there'll be it'll be either that month or it'll be March. Historically, that's happened, I believe. That's correct. Besides 2020.
Actually, a game to come out in February is going to be Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
Well, we're talking first party. Well, yeah.
I'm just looking at genuine just games to come out. So there is...
Oh.
I'm just saying there is stuff in February, but Nintendo IP related, no. Probably announcements, but not releases.
Well, I guess we have to draw a line, because Monster Hunter is like a collaboration with another studio. Dying Light, I don't really know. Like, so is Mario plus Rabbids, that's like a collaboration. So I guess our line, we don't really have a clear line. Just big titles, I guess. Triangle Strategy, when is that coming out? Isn't that like March or something? I thought it was somewhere around there.
You know, for being a podcast, we're definitely so prepared. 2022, March 4th.
Oh, okay, it is March. Okay, what do you know? So yeah, I don't know, that's my prediction. They'll like talk about Mario Rabbids, and then Triangle Strategy be like, yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah,
And
still
then
speaking
that'll
of
be
March, Mario and Rabbids, the second game in the series. Didn't know
See,
it needed it already, but sure.
Yeah, it's coming out fast. Kind of feels like I mean, I guess it is technically in spring, but it feels more like a May or April game. But hey, March, whatever. I'm down with it. Then are we
Next
gonna
in line
predict
would be Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Just
Are we
spring
gonna
in general.
Are we gonna predict what's in the direct besides that? Like new announcements, or just because that's like a can of worms, or a pallet of worms, per se.
What are we talking about then? We've already done like 3 different topics.
Okay, well let's do April. What's
April.
gonna happen?
Possible Kirby release.
I could see it being April or May.
It's just slated for spring, so it could be April or May.
Oh yeah, I bet April, like late April, I guess. Because if they do it in May, then they might as well save it for E3, like for after E3. So I feel like it'll be late April or early May. If I had to put a date out there, what's May 6th would be my guess. Because that game looks very, very cool. Apparently they, I haven't seen any footage of it besides at the direct, but I think they've been putting out more trailers for that. Although I don't know if much information is known besides what's been shown in those trailers, though. Because I haven't seen any like press release or information about the game so far. So it's still under wraps. So maybe they'll talk about it at the direct too, something like that.
Yeah, if there is a February direct, it's definitely going to include a lot of these games.
100%. Yeah. Well, they gotta cover up to E3, and then probably do like tease something coming later in the year. Yeah, May. Honest, I could see the new Monster Hunter DLC coming out in May.
Yeah.
Sunbreak. That seems like a DLC to kick off the summer. Be kind of cool.
Yeah, it is slated for summer 2022, so...
Yeah. I don't really know. I'm looking at the other games, at least that are up there and then on the wiki. I mean, I could maybe see Bayonetta 3 in May. Yeah, I feel like they would put that out. I feel like that's a better July game for some reason.
Oh,
Like
Dying Light
Midsummer?
2 is February 4th.
Oh, I was completely skipped over that.
Oh.
Oh. Well, there we go. Yeah. June? Well, this is the month of E3, so... I mean...
Major re-announcements and most likely new announcements.
I would say Splatoon 3. Like, late... Like, end of June. I could see that.
Isn't that slated for 2023 already?
No. Nope. 2022. It got announced in the February direct, remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's definitely going to be... There's no way it's the latter half of the year. And they teased it back almost... It'll have been a year and a half by then. So that seems like... I mean, well, granted, Breath of the Wild 2 is... What is that, 2019? What are we on, like, almost 3 years? So... By E3, it'll have been 3 years. So yeah, it's... I don't know.
Because I think
But
they're gonna have to pick one or the other for the latter half. I don't think they can do Splatoon 3 and Breath of the Wild 2.
Well, they could... Well, like, this year we had WarioWare and Dread and Mario Party. Those are all medium-sized, I would say. And they had them in the span of, like, 3 months. Because didn't we have... We had Mario Party, then we had WarioWare, and then Dread. Like, back to back to back, right? Something like that, if I remember correctly. So they could. So, like, they could do, like, Splatoon 3 in, like, September, and then Zelda in November. That would give them each time. Although that feels very packed. But they could do it. Theoretically. But, sorry, we're in June. I guess anything else happening in June?
The only thing I can think of is E3.
I mean, I could see, like, another Zelda game announcement if they push Breath of the Wild. Another, like, port. Some people are saying
they're running out of ports though. Like they already caught up.
True. I mean, they could bring the other two over, the HD ones. Bring those over to Switch.
Yeah. I mean, also something we haven't been considering in the background this entire time is Nintendo Switch Online.
True.
Because in January, Banjo-Kazooie is set to come for the N64. And they still have tons of other games lined up already, which will probably come out the months, like either a month or two after each other.
Well, what do you think the chances are of them adding a new console? Because there's still, I think, Game Boy, Game Boy Color.
It might be. I feel like it might be a while because they just dropped two, like at the same time. So it's probably going to be a while. I would say they probably push. At least they pushed through all of the N64 games that they teased in the Direct when they announced it.
I'm glad they did that.
Get through all of those first, and then consider another console.
I'm glad they didn't drip feed like they are with N64. Or wait, which one are they drip feeding? Which console? Or just in general?
All of them, technically.
All of them, yeah.
They've already given up on the NES and SNES.
Yeah, those ones, sorry. SNES and SNES. Drip feed of the most, like, obscure games ever. So, I mean, I could see new console, maybe. Maybe that's too optimistic, but get, like, what's a big Mario game on the Game Boy? Is there one?
If we're talking Game Boy, it's Mario Land.
Get Mario Land to coincide with the Mario movie? Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I heard this also. I think we could see a trailer for the Mario movie at E3. Because 6 months out is usually when movies start their ad campaigns. Because there's no way they hold it until September. 4 months is too short of a window for that big of a movie. This is a big movie. Although I know I think they're gonna pull Lightyear, where they show the movie, but they don't have the main character talk at all. Because with Lightyear, the movie that Pixar's making, they have Chris Evans playing Buzz Lightyear, and they only had him say one word, or it was like 2 words in the trailer, because it's not Tim Allen. I think they're gonna do that with Chris Pratt. They have him say like a classic Mario phrase, and that's it. Nothing else. Because they know people are gonna it's gonna be a big talk if he does speak, like how bad it is, I guess, per se. So I think they'll hold his voice, showing it at least until like the movie or like a few months before. That's my prediction.
Not to change stories again, but during the Direct they did tease 7 NES N64 games to be added. 2 of them have already been added. Or 1 has been added, 1 is going to be added. So they could do it month by month. Because if we got Paper Mario in December, Banjo-Kazooie in January. That leaves 5 games and 5 months until June.
Oh,
Or
so
five
have one
5 months
release
including June.
so that they shadow drop the last one at E3 and then announce a new console. That'd be sick. That'd be really cool. But I don't know. That's all I see happening. I'm sure they'll announce a bunch of new games. People are saying there's like a rumored Metroid collection.
Oh, that's already out.
No, Prime HD.
Oh, the Metroid Trilogy?
Yeah, the Trilogy remake or whatever. Like, that'd be really nice for Metroid fans and to get new people into it for the lead up to my Prime 4, whenever that releases, when the world ends. But
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
chance you hear about Prime 4 at E3, but people say that every year. It's on the bingo cards and it never gets checked.
yeah, exactly. That's just another yearly prediction that people make. It's like, oh, it's gonna happen this year. I don't see it. If I had to actually guess, I don't think we'll see it this year at all.
Well, what? It took 19 years for another 2D Metroid to come out, so who knows?
Well, I mean, they restarted development in 2019, so in January 2019, so they're on 2 years now. By the end of next year, they'll be on 3. Usually, the games like these take. Wait, 2020? No, we're on 3 years. Sorry. I think it'll come out like summer 23.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
also
we'll hear
what
about
happened
it.
with Bayonetta 3, so...
Well, yeah, Bayonetta, yeah, true. Yeah, they got announced in the same direct, I think, if I'm correct, which is really funny.
Dread and Bayonetta 3, yeah.
No, Prime 4. Dread got announced
Oh,
year.
the first time. I think so.
Yeah, the first time, in 2017. They both got announced at the same direct. But yeah, I see it coming out summer 2023, or something like that. I don't know.
No,
what are we on, July next? What did I predict? Splatoon 3? Oh, that was June. What have we not set a release date for, or predicted one? Advanced Wars? I mean, that'll probably be shadow dropped somewhere. Or, that's a summer game. 100%.
No. I don't.
Oh, so that's, yeah. Bayonetta 3? August,
Yeah.
maybe? I don't know, I could see it being then. Because gives it more time. Oh, I don't know. They've been working on it. It's probably done by now. So, I don't know. I just think it'll come out sometime in the summer. So, July or August. The Dying Light was like February 4th or something like that.
Yeah.
So, that one. Yeah. February 4th. Oh, wait. Did we skip over Monster Hunter?
No, it's summer.
Wait, what is?
Monster Hunter.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
summer. Yeah, probably like. I'll talk about it on E3 and the release is probably like early July. August. I think I already said. Bayonetta 3 maybe. I don't know, that'd be my prediction. Or Advanced Wars.
See, but then we get to September. September is always the greatest month. I say that because there's usually a direct, and it's the best direct of the year. I mean, look at last year.
Of course.
Or this year, my bad. Actually, last year, we got Banjo and Smash that day. So yes, that was good. No, wait, that was 2019. But still, September.
October on 2020 was when we got Steve.
Yeah, it was like the first day. Because Minecon was the first weekend.
Yeah, it was like the 3rd. October 3rd was Minecon. They announced them on the 1st. Dude, I so wish we had an E3 that year. That would have been crazy. That E3 presentation would have gone so hard with the Steve review and every other game. I would have been crazy. But I digress. Did we do anything for Splatoon 3? I think I did. I think I said like June. Late June. So I mean, I think we're pretty much through every game that it's been announced besides the sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Which, if it does come out this year, it's probably their November release, because they always have a massive November release every year.
Yeah, they get holiday, all those holiday.
Usually the
sales.
November releases are Pokemon games. This year it was the Gen 4 remakes.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Next year, are the Pokemon releases at the beginning of the year. So
Well,
I mean, we
I
could not.
feel like it's half because it's a spin-off game, but actually done right this time, and also
Yeah.
just it's an extra Pokemon game.
True. I don't know if we'll see Gen 9 though. It feels maybe they'll tease it in like a
Gen
Pokemon
9
Presents.
is probably going to be next year at
That's what I
the
think.
soonest,
So like
earliest.
we could theoretically it could be like 22 months between Pokemon games from January to like November of 23. So which would leave the holiday season open for a big Nintendo title. I mean, what happened in 2017 when Breath of the Wild released, or when Mario Odyssey released on the holidays? Was there a Pokemon game? I feel like there was Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield I think was a year later.
Oh, it was 2018. So was there just no Pokemon game that year? Wow.
No, because
I,
I think they were just easing in with the Switch's release.
wait, let me check. I'm on the wiki. I
Because
mean, might
we
as
got
well.
Breath of the Wild the day of. That was a launch title. Mario Odyssey was later.
Oh, November was Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah, and those were 3DS titles.
So yeah, they were easing into it. So yeah,
Sword and Shield was 2019.
oh yeah, then we got the DLC last year.
Yeah, and the DLC was summer 2020 and winter 2020. And then BDSP was November 2021.
Yeah, just happened.
With
Maybe they'll
the
do DLC for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because it'll be a year, like a year from now. I could see them doing DLC. I don't know if people would buy it.
Okay, well, if you want to talk specifics, there were Pokemon games in November of 2018, the Let's Go series, like the
Oh, yeah, Let's Go
25th
Pikachu and
remake
Eevee.
of Gen 1.
Yeah, I remember hearing about those.
So, yeah, they took a break in November 2017 to produce the game for 2018, but it wasn't Gen 8, it was a remake.
Oh.
So they
So yeah,
started
I
off
mean,
with a remake. And then they
if we
also
go into
had Cafe
specifics.
Mix and all these random games too.
Oh yeah, that one. But yeah, going into specifics, I mean, I could see them tease Gen 9 and like a Pokemon Presents end of year. Because when was the last Pokemon Presents? It feels like it was a while ago. Let me check. So I know when we have the beginning of the year, that was the one revealed Arceus.
8/18/21 was the
Oh
last
wow, so
big one.
August, 4 months ago.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that was the big one for BDSP.
I could see another one in February to close out the year, like before the end. They talk about the last 25th anniversary celebrations and then tease what's coming for this like later in the year for the holidays for Pokemon. I think that's pretty realistic. Then they do another one in like August, give you more details. I don't know. I think that's relatively reasonable.
Yeah, because this list definitely isn't all of 2022. There are definitely a possibility of shadow releases.
Oh no, there's gonna be more. I mean, they have to announce stuff in directs. That's like the whole point. But I don't know what it'll be. I'm not gonna go down the route of predicting the Odyssey 2 and Donkey Kong 3D and Metroid 2D Metroid again or Prime Wonder on the Switch, stuff like that. It's just a rabbit hole. So there's just no point because you could go on for ages about that stuff, and I don't have the imagination for it. But I definitely they'll announce some big titles. I'm sure of it. I don't know what they'll be. I'm sure they will all subvert our expectations in some way or another. But there's already an insane amount of games that we know of, and it's not even the year hasn't even started. So I have faith it'll be a good year. If any game is gonna change, I believe it'll be the Zelda. I don't know if that'll hold. I could see them pushing it again, push it to March. Do like a 5 years since Breath of the Wild kind of thing. I don't know what they do, but I'm sure they do something. Although I wouldn't get my hopes up considering what they did with the Zelda anniversary. But yeah, I don't know. It'll definitely be a good year in terms of games, since there's so many like I said, we already know about. And yeah, that's it then. I think we've gone over every game. Oh, and the Mario movie. We forgot about that one in
Oh yeah,
December.
on the 21st.
Pulls out the year. That'll be very interesting to see the reactions at least of that.
So I guess that will be it for the first episode of the critically acclaimed season 2 of the Underrated podcast.
Yes, yes.
Stay tuned for episode 2 coming soon. Trademark.
Yeah, very, very soon, very soon. Keep subscribed to stay up to date.
Notifications are something.
They are
What is
required.
it? Is bell icon? Is that what they say?
Make sure you like and dislike.
Oh, yes, of course. Nobody can tell which one you do now, so. We still haven't technically outroed the video.
Goodbye.